Talk about black hair and travel. Like, how do you maintain your natural hair when you're abroad? Whether you're an expat, you're on vacation, or you want to go swimming, we're gonna talk about all of that. And make sure you watch the end because I'm gonna share a cool tip about how to pack lots of hair products in a carry-on. Talking about black hair and traveling. Y'all think natural hair is like a lot of work, right? Thumbs up if you think natural hair is lots of work. I don't really think natural hair is lots of work. I don't find it any much more stressful than when I had cream hair, where my hair was relaxed. I think it's about the same thing. When I had cream hair, I had to be obsessed with wrapping my hair every night and washing it every week and setting it up and doing all this foolishness, you know, like, and for me, most times I just twist my hair and leave it when it's natural. So for me, it's like a whole simpler process to have natural hair. Okay, so there are two sections that I want to talk about. There is natural hair, taking care of black hair when you're like living abroad. So when you migrated, when you're an expat, and then taking care of your natural hair when you're traveling. So like when you're just on vacation, right? Exactly, Yard Picnic. Exactly, it's super easy. Like, I don't know, I was way more stressed out with cream hair. So like I said, for me there are two categories of traveling with black hair. Hi Mocha Kare. Hi. And wait, hold on. Oh, so let's talk with maybe the one that maybe you're not going to be too interested in, or it's not that important right now, is people who are taking care of natural hair when you've moved abroad, like when you're an expat and you live abroad and all these things. So the first thing, based on where you go, you're unlikely to find like your natural hair product. I think when you move abroad. So I lived in, well, that I can remember fully. I lived in France, I lived in India, and I lived in Colombia. And France was by far the easiest place for me to find hair products, actually. And I think that was because of the three countries, France had the larger African population that was like more integrated into the society, into the country, and so that made it easier for me to find products. It was not like I couldn't go into the supermarket and like find products, right? Like that don't happen, but it was easier. So the first tip I would say is if you're abroad, if you're moved abroad, try to find the African store. Try to find not necessarily the black hair salon, because for me, in my experience, just going to a black salon or a black owned salon is not enough, because they tend to cater to relaxed hair or braids or, you know, extensions and that sort of thing, not necessarily natural hair, and they may not have that many natural hair products actually. So in my experience, it was better to find an African store that sold like African goods and sold products for black people, not necessarily the salon. So that was like my first thing. Anything else? And you just have to like kind of know what your hair likes. It's like a lot of experiment and really get over the whole product junkie vibe. Like I think moving abroad with natural hair, you just learn not to be a product junkie because things are just not available. So I don't know which product junkie you're gonna be, right? Yeah. And So how did I maintain my hair while I was living abroad? A lot of it was, so you just have to play with the products that are available. So in France, olive oil, they did it like dashos. Oh my god, olive oil everywhere, 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 everywhere. So for me, the oil that I used to like seal in moisture and lock it in was olive oil when I was in France. Coconut oil was also available. It was like kind of like super expensive, but olive oil was dirt cheap. So that's just what I used, and thankfully my hair liked it, and so that was cool. When I was in India, what did I do when I was in India? I think in India coconut oil was easier to find, and so I switched from olive oil to coconut oil. Fun fact, I did my first big chop like 2 weeks before moving to India. So this was in 2011. I don't know if it might have, like, yeah, about 2 weeks, maximum 2 weeks before moving to India. Like, I cut out my hair, cut it low, like less than half an inch of hair was on my head, or maybe about half an inch of hair was on my head. And I was also like quite scared because I wasn't sure. I know I wasn't going to a big city in India. I was going to what they call a village. Can you guess how many people were in? What's the population of the village that I was in India? Guess. Just give me some number. Mocha Kare, why should I add you? Tell me why, and what do you want to talk about? And we could chat. I'm fine with adding you, but I just need to know why you want to be added to the live. Okay, just let me know. Yeah, so I moved to India, and basically I moved to India with my first big chop, which made it so much. 1,000? Oh no. So y'all no, it was my small village was no, the small village was 2 million people. I guess that's what happens when you live in a country with 1 billion people. Yeah, so I moved to Mangalore, and every Indian person that I saw was just like, oh, you moved to Mangalore, oh, there's a small town, small village. And I was like, oh yeah, really? It's 2 million people. Like, my whole country is like 2 million people. So it was hilarious. The small town that I lived in had 2 million people. Yeah. Yes. But so yeah, I had notion of a small town, and they were not. I wasn't sure if they were gonna be okay with me with like a bald-headed person. Yes, small village is so relative, right? It's so relative. I wasn't sure if they were okay with having a bald-headed black person show up to work, because I was going for an internship. That's why I moved to India initially, and so I actually wore a wig. So a wig is also another way to maintain your black hair when you're abroad. I wore a wig for like maybe 2 weeks. I hated wigs. Oh my god, I hate wigs. I think I could do like an afro, like a kinky hair, afro kinky wig, but this was not that. It was not one of those. It was like these straight hair, Caucasian, European, white hair, the best I could find, but it was so uncomfortable. And I just kind of went to like feel out what was happening at my internship, and I was like, oh, I could wear my hair short. This is fine. Everybody's cool. So I'm like, oh guys, I'm gonna cut my hair, and of course I just take off the wig, and that was it. So yeah, and so I did a big chop, and that was easier for me to maintain. So shorter hair is usually easier to maintain. Like a teeny weeny afro is usually a lot easier to maintain. So you can cut off your hair if you're going to move abroad, if you want. That's one way. A next way, if you're moving, is also try to learn how to do your hair before you move, right? If you're migrating, this is not something that happens just like in 2 weeks. It's very unlikely. So try to figure out your hair. And I think most persons who have natural hair have a general idea of how their hair works, which I think is one of the benefits, one of like the advantages of having natural hair. There are lots of like persons with cream hair who don't really know what their hair likes or what's going on with it, or they don't need to, because they just go to the salon and the hairdresser will figure it out for them. But I don't think that's the case for persons with natural hair. You get to have like that relationship with your hair, and so one of the things is you need to figure out what the hell to do with your hair. Then when you're abroad, again, I said find African store, because it's unlikely that you're going to have things on the internet. And of course, online shopping, like you're just gonna have to ship things. You're gonna have to bring products. Oh, I brought a whole chunk of products, but when that run out, you're gonna have to like go find somewhere to ship it in. You also go shopping in the next country. So when I was in France, fortunately for me, London was kind of just next door, and it was like a 45-minute plane ride, which would have been really quite cheap. Sometimes I could get like a €50 ticket, round trip ticket, and so every now and then I would literally hop on the plane like a taxi, go to London, shop for products, and come back to France with my hair things. Like, if you move abroad, and you will have to do that sometimes. I don't know, anybody here have ever done that? Like, Jan Pitney, are you still there? I don't know if you're still on, but do you like fly to a different place to get your hair, to get hair products? I don't know who's still there. Who's still on? Huh. Yeah. No, it's true. I just have to hop on the plane and do it. Alright, so that is the first half, right? The first part of taking care of hair abroad when I'm an expat. I shop online. Well, at first I find the African store, and I shop online, and sometimes I fly to a different country to get my products and come back. Larry, you're funny. Okay, so let's talk about the second part, which is more just traveling like for vacation. So for vacation now, so I travel carry-on only. That's one of the main things that I do. That's like my main travel style. It's just a lot less stressful. Clearly I like to hop on and off planes. So traveling carry-on only, you have your bag. When the plane lands, you just take up your bag and you're outside the airport and you're just ready, adventure start, good to go. That's the way I travel generally, right? But of course, that kind of limits what you do with how many stuff you can carry, and you have the 4-ounce rule for liquids and that sort of stuff. So I have this thing here. This comes in very handy. I have these containers, these jars. They're 4 ounces, these silicone jars. And basically, conditioner moisture is a black hair friend, right? So I just fill up every single one of these, because my hair, I have enough hair, and it dry, it thirsty, bad. And all I do is just drink up conditioner. You just eat conditioner like crazy. So I just fill up all of these with conditioner, right? If I'm going, I will have like sometimes 6 of these of conditioner. Like if I'm going for a month, I will just pour out my conditioner bottle, like a new bottle of conditioner, into these small 4 ounces. So sometimes I might have like 6 of these, which I will just have one whole, so that's one whole conditioner, bottle of conditioner going. Yeah. And of course they're just labeled, so I just carry all of these. So even when I was in New York, all of this was filled with conditioner. So I think this is a 2 ounce, but these are 4 ounces. Conditioner, like, and I co-wash. I don't shampoo my hair when I'm on vacation because it's just too much stress. I'll take like a little bit of shampoo, but I just focus on conditioning and keeping my hair moisturized because, you know, you still want to be cute for the camera, for the gram. So you want to be cute, like maybe you're going on a Tinder date or some kind of something, or you meet some cute guy, you know, you want your hair to be cute. So yeah, I just stock up on conditioner. That's the first thing that I do, like full on conditioner. Since my hair likes olive oil, usually it's pretty easy to find oils, so I will just get olive oil when I'm there, or if I can't be bothered, I also just put it in a container and that's it. But it's usually pretty easy to find. You just go to a supermarket and you'll have olive oil. As for like hairstyles now, so you're on vacation. I also have some tea. I'm gonna drink some tea. I love tea, so I'm having some tea. So you're on vacation, right? And you don't really want to spend time twisting up hair or combing it all the time. The twist out might not last that long because maybe you randomly went to the beach. And I don't let my hair stop me from having fun, right? Like, I'm not this person. I was not this person when I had cream hair. I'm not this person when I have natural hair. So I don't very often do like these grandiose hairstyles that's gonna make me nervous or make me conscious about taking care of my hair, or make me think about my hair all the time. Like, that's not a decision that I want to make. I feel like it's inhibiting, so I don't do these things where I'm always conscious about my hair. I just want it to be healthy and moisturized. That's my thing. And for me, I have a lot more fun on my vacation if I'm not worried about what oh God, I'm gonna mess up my hairstyle, and no, this is not my life. So, for example, some hairstyles that I'll do is, of course, like when I was in Puerto Rico, I braided my hair. So I did big braids. So I put braids in, and you can just cane ray hair. That's one hairstyle. That's one way you can do it. And then with the conditioner, I had like a spray bottle, and so I would just spritz it so that my hair would stay moisturized the whole time, even though it was in braids. Another way you can maintain your hair for hairstyle when you're on vacation is you can also do box braids. So you can do like the protective styling. You can do cane roll, like, you know, the big cane rolls. You can do box braids. So you can put in braids in your hair, or you can do like rope twists. So braids is one way. You can, of course, go the wig route if that's your vibe. That is not my vibe. I tried it. I don't like it. So, well, I haven't tried a kinky curly wig yet. If somebody can get me a kinky curly wig, I would try that. I haven't seen too many that I like. Yeah, so you can wear extensions. You can get your hair braided. You can get your hair rope twists. Box braids, or you can wear a wig, right? But if you're not really about that life, then you can do twist outs. So what I did, for example, when I went to Iceland, so I was in Iceland for 5 days, maybe 6 days, 5 nights, something like this. And what I did was, because I went in, it was fall, so I went in October, so it's gonna be cold. I knew that I would wear a hat, a tam, a lot for most of the trips. But I didn't just want my hair, but I also wanted to be cute, right? So what I did was I cane roll my hair to like here, and then twist the ends and left it out. So I had like my hat, and then the hair, I had the twist at the end. So every night or every time I go out, I would undo the twists, put on my hat, so my hair would be cane roll under the tam, and then it would be let out like this. So this is how I would be in Iceland the whole time. Tam on my head, but the ends let out. And this was pretty easy because it was because I had it in cane rolls. It was easy every night. I would just come back home. When I get back home to my Airbnb, I would just, again, because I had my conditioners on deck, I had all my conditioners, I would just twist back the ends of my hair. So every night I would just twist it back up so that it would, you know, rehydrate it, and then the next morning it would be dry. I did the same thing, I let it out again, and it would be like this. Even sometimes I would just put a scrunchie on it and let out the ends if I wasn't wearing a tam or a hat, and so I would still go out here cane roll, so it still look cute, and have my ends like this. So that's one way that I did. That's a good way to have your hair out for winter when you're traveling in cold climates, but you don't want like a big old fro. Like, you don't want to deal with this because every night you don't know what you're doing. Sometimes you like really, what's going on with this twist? Sometimes you're really stressed and you're really tired to come home late and you don't want to do your hair. So that was like a quick fix that I did. If you have more downtime on your vacation, then you could do twists, and you can, you know, twist your hair, use lots of gel, and keep your hair up at night. Like, put your hair in a pineapple, or just like pin it down like this. When you have a twist out or a braid out, you just catch it up like this, you sleep, and you refresh and go. And then by on like day 4, you could like put it up in a scrunchie and have a curly puff, right? And do an updo. Let me see. If I ever flat iron, no, I don't really flat iron my hair. I don't really use heat in my hair. Also, with natural hair, flat ironing, I would only do that in the winter time when it's not as humid and it will last long. I did it once actually, and it was again, yeah, in winter. And because when you flat iron your hair and you have the humidity, the moisture, your hair just gonna revert and you're gonna have this weird looking hairstyle happening. So yeah, I don't really do that. Do you have any questions? So let me recap how you can maintain your hair when you're on vacation. So you first make sure you stock up on these little containers and full it with conditioner, because that is going to be the hardest thing to find when you're abroad. You get your conditioner, you travel with your conditioner. Travel with your conditioner. If you're into gels, travel with your gels. That will be the hardest thing. Shampoo, easy to find relatively. You don't need, even if you find like one that's not so great, you can dilute it and just do a quick wash. And once you have your shampoo, you can put back in also the moisture. So make sure you stock up on your conditioner if you're traveling on vacation. I have like 6 of these little things. These is the 4-ounce containers, so you can just put them in your carry-on. You don't need to check your bag. You just put like 6 of these in there, full of conditioner. You put some of your gel. That's it. Then for hairstyles, you can do protective styles. So you can either wear a wig. I'm not really too into wigs, so I don't really do that. You can wear a wig, or you can do braids. I liked having my hair within big cane rolls all the way to the back. Like you could do like a Fulani braid cane roll, or like, you know, or something like this, Ghana braids or whatever. I liked it. I enjoyed that. I had like 5 big cane rolls in my hair. 5? Yes, 5 I think. when I was in Puerto Rico, and I liked how that looked on me, and I didn't think too much about my hair. One thing I would do is just not do it as close to my trip. I think I did it like a day before, 2 days before I traveled, and so my head did tight, my scalp did, oh, whew. Make sure you do it like a little bit before, so that your hair can relax and you're not thinking about, oh god, my hair too tight when you're on vacation. That's not cute. You can also do braids or rope twists. If you're not into that style, then you could do, for example, still cane roll your hair back, or like maybe cane roll the front and just do twist outs on the back. So when I was traveling to Iceland, I cane roll my hair all the way back, like mostly all the way, almost to the end, and then I put elastic bands on it and just twist the end of it so that I had a cap. I would put a tam on or a hat on and let out the ends, and so this would be my hairstyle. So just picture hair of my head with a hat and the ends out, so you know, still cute. And I would just change up my hats on the days when I went out, and when I got back in, I just twisted the ends, re-moisturize and twist the ends, and that would be cool. If I wear a twist out, I make it on the crunchy side. So if I'm going for a week, I make my twist out with lots of gel so that it will stay. And then I would have my twist out, I'd rock it until it starts getting fuzzy, then I start doing updos. So maybe I put it in two, maybe I put it like this, or I start doing updos where a curly puff or some sort of updo. Oh, how do I maintain my hair when I go swimming? So for me, if I'm going swimming, then what do I do? Usually I put my hair, if I have my hair in a twist out, I put my hair up in a curly fro, and that will make it easier. Or if I know I'm gonna go swimming, what I do is I still put it up, but I do big twists in my hair. So I section it off and make big twists, and then put that up in one, so that when I'm done swimming, the detangling process is a lot easier, because they're already in twist, so it's already compartmentalized. So I can just quickly take out one twist, detangle, twist that back up, go to the section. If I let my hair out all like this when I go swimming, it's going to be a tangled mess. And I may not have time, so that maybe I want to quickly go to dinner afterwards or something. I may not have time to really sit down and do the full detangle. So I make sure that my hair is in sections when I'm going to swim. So either I put it up in just one big afro, in one big curly fro, so it's maintained, or I prefer to do sort of like big loose twists and then put it in one and then go swimming. Sometimes I don't always remember, or sometimes I don't have that on hand. But like I said, you can get oils very easily when you're abroad. So you can go to the supermarket and get, and you can get olive oil or coconut oil. So you could get oils, and I would put my hair, you know, douse my hair in oil so that there's sort of like a protective layer if I'm going to the pool, and then put it up. So the oil will protect my hair and not let it absorb so much chlorine or salt water or whatever. So I will do that. Any other question? Did I answer your question, Lisa? What time is it? We're gonna end soon. Did I answer your question for how I maintain my hair? How I maintain my hair when I go swimming? Yeah. do you have any, is there anybody else who has any more questions about how to maintain their natural hair? I think the biggest tip would be just to make sure that you walk with your conditioner. Make sure that's there. Make sure you have loads and loads of that. Like this one time I never have no conditioner and oh my god, oh god, oh my god. That was not fun. My hair was a tangled dry mess. And when I got home, it literally just drank all of the moisture, all of it. You should also make sure that I also do a deep treatment, like a deep conditioner before I leave, just to make sure that I have extra moisture in my hair before I travel. Yeah. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go now. We've been chatting for like maybe 40 minutes. I didn't expect it to be this long. I never know I have so much things to talk about. But thanks for watching. Yes, conditioner is the black hair's best friend. Like, totally. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking in. And I'll see you in stories or on my feed. We'll talk soon. Thanks, Yadi. And of course, if you have any more questions, you can just message me. You can DM me and I'll answer. Oh, tell me one thing though. Was there anything that was new, that any tip that you learned that you didn't know of before? Or was the one thing that you kind of learned today that you might try? Do you have any? Give you some time to respond. No? Are you typing? Ah, the carry-on bottles for conditioner. Yeah. Yeah, that saved me a whole bunch. Yeah. Alright, so bye guys. Thanks for watching. Hope y'all learned stuff and had some fun. I had fun chatting with y'all too. Ciao. Where's the, why not?